Okay, let's see if we can pull this Venturi out. The one on this one is broken. All right, to get the, I gotta take this throttle shaft out. Gotta pull that plate out. There we go. Let's see if that shaft will come through. And there you go. This one, you actually need to check. It doesn't have any, it isn't too loose. Just a slight hint of a wobble. But that'll allow more air in at the throttle here and mess it up. But you can see the shaft right here. Right here, you know, there may be a little wear on it. You know, you need to put a little drop of machine oil on there once in a while. Make sure it's broken off right here. That's going to be a booger to get out of there. I got a saw right here. See if we can clear I'm cutting a flat tip into the shaft that's broken off. Nope. Have to drill that bugger out. Okay, let's see if we can pull this Venturi out. The one on this one is broken. The top half is out, but the bottom half is stuck in there. I finally got the Venturi out of there. Pieces and parts. There's some of the pieces. You can see it has a little shoulder that it sits on, and then it's actually supposed to stick up into the neck of this. And finally got it out of there. All right, on to the next one. So this one is actually broke off in the top part of it. So I'll be able to do this one with that one. So you see in there the Venturi is still stuck in there. So I'm thinking just set it on top of here. And move on it. So see if we get any movement out of it. So watch. There we go. That's what the top of the Venturi should look like. And like I said, you know, this should just slip right in there. Anyways, so that's how to get a stuck Venturi or a broken Venturi out of your carburetor. And what I was using was a 13/16, I think, but it depends on the thickness of the wall of the socket. So when you're cleaning these carburetors, there's a tiny hole from the gas adjustment valve here, the fuel mixture. It comes into the bowl right here. You should be able to blow through it. I'll just use some WD-40. So going in the GAV, you'll see it come in. So in the bottom corner, which you can see where that would pick up sediment really easily, right there, you need to clean through there and through here and blow something through it to make sure it goes through. And then this cap jet right here goes into this portion and to this spot right here. You can see that right there. And this one over here goes this way, and then over to the main jet right there. You can see the little hole on the side right there. It's a little bitty hole. See if I can get the wire in. You know, it goes in, and then, well, they didn't really think about how to clean these things, I guess. There we go. So I got it in there, and it only goes this far. But what you should be able to do is, see if I can plug it. When I put fluid down this hole, you should see it come out that main jet right there. So that's this hole right here. So there's actually 3 holes in the bowl. Okay, when you're trying to get these jets out, you gotta make sure you have the right size tip screwdriver that fits in there all the way across. And don't use like something like this that doesn't quite reach all the way across. Even like this one's even thinner. You know, it'll strip it. But sometimes these, you know, these have been in there close to 100 years maybe, if they've ever been out, and they're just seized in there. Another way to get them out would be you heat this up and then quench it, and expansion and contraction of the cast iron to the brass may unseize the plug. Otherwise, you're looking at drilling it using an easy out, turning it out, and try to get it out of there without messing up the threads of the casting. But both these are very stubborn. I don't know if somebody put something under them to seal them, or if it's just the rust has seized. You know, the brass plugs, so the plugs themselves shouldn't be rusting, but the cast iron will rust. And I don't know, I think I'm gonna have to, I had an easy out, I just can't find it, so I think I'm gonna have to buy another easy out and try to get these out, drilling and easy out without messing up the threads. Okay, I've been working on the Zenith design, Zenith and Holley carburetors, and these jets were just difficult to come out. I ended up having to drill this one out, and then I used a tap to clean up the threads. And problem with that one was you drill the top of it off, and then you have this underneath it that was down in the well. And to get that out, I had to actually bang it up with a punch, and I don't know, with my punch, but through the bowl here, and that access to get it to. We finally got it to bang in, and it fell out, but it's like the bottom of the jet, and I retapped it. Tap the jet in the bottom here in the throat. The other main jet here, I had cleaned the threads up and retapped the smaller threads there. So I think I got this Zenith 1 bowl set. And I was working on the tops too, and one of them, can't remember which now. It's the idle mixture, it was this one here. The idle mixture screw broke off, so then I had to drill it out and clean it up. And I got it cleaned up to where it comes into the throat here. There's a little hole right there that when you're adjusting your idle mixture, that allows the fuel to come through there. And then it also comes through here. And then which one was this? This is the 3/8. This is the 3/8. 3/8 where the bolt holds it all together here in the center. Clean the threads up on it. These were 5/16 up here. Just clean those up. They were working all right on both tops. This is the Holley. You can see right there the raised H on the Holley, which makes this one an early one, which is why I was trying to really get it to work, because the threads were like really banged up on it. Got the idle circuit here, idle mixture, it comes through to the throat. So that one's pretty cleaned up. I still got to do some finish work on it. But what I was working on I guess this is the Holley bottom, and I was trying to use the easy out on it. And I tried to use the easy out on the other one, but I ended up just drilling it because it would not move. And I think the easy out's actually going to work on this one. And yeah, finally, after fighting all of these, but you can see how this has this long shank. So if you drill off the top here where the threads are, that shank is still down in the well, and you can't get it out. It's very difficult to get it out. But you can see where I caught it with the easy out. I drilled it out first, and then I caught it with the easy out, and I was able to get that out. So now I'm just gonna clean up the threads on that, which just clean the threads up. Yeah, that other one I've been fighting with it for a couple hours. I'm just gonna go ahead and run it all the way in. That's gonna bottom out here in the bottom of the well. They call this the fuel well. It comes from the bowl into here. The thread's nice and clean on it. I put some pieces of wood in just to from banging up. This is that early holly. I kind of wanted to protect it if I was going to be able to use it or not. Still don't know if I'm going to be able to use it because it's just, it was in such poor shape. But looks good. You know, and this, the jet inside the bowl here. Let's see. If you can see down in there. That jet right there. Yeah, I squirted a WD-40 through to make sure. And then the to come through from the gas adjustment valve over here, fuel adjustment, into the bowl. So making progress. Still need to do some cleanup, but fighting those for a while, and now I gotta just clean up the passages one more time and double check everything has been retapped, and start rebuilding the carburetors and put them back together.